Hello, welcome to my group proposal video. I would like to begin with an outline of the topics that I will cover in this presentation. I will begin with an overview of my topic, followed by background information, purpose, and rationale for the counseling group. Next, I will cover theory and philosophy and evidence, followed by membership criteria, the structure and timeline of the counseling group that I am proposing, and information about the therapeutic activities that I intend to facilitate during the group counseling experience. The counseling group that I have created and intend to facilitate is for individuals who are facing a traumatic spinal cord injury. The onset of traumatic spinal cord injury is accompanied by a host of cognitive, emotional, and behavioral responses immediately following and long after the spinal cord injury occurs. Individuals are left to face with many losses and challenges in life. These losses and challenges may be functional, social, relationship-oriented, environmental, and even financial. These losses and challenges complicate the adjustment and adaptation process to acquired disability. The Yes You Can support group will address the adjustment and adaptation processes to acquired disability, as well as assist group members in the realization that they do have meaning and purpose after spinal cord injury occurs. The psychological consequences of traumatic spinal cord injury are quite devastating. The cognitive, emotional, and behavioral responses that I've already talked about are evident in the adjustment process to acquired disability. The adjustment process to acquired disability consists of many phases that individuals will go through. These phases may be gone through sequentially or non-sequentially. Some individuals may skip stages, and other individuals may revisit stages as needed throughout their adjustment process. The phases that are found in the adjustment process to acquire disability vary in degree. However, they do commonly feature the emotions of anxiety or a feeling of being overwhelmed, followed by a state of depression and mourning. Anger does occur, and finally, individuals may reach a state of acceptance of their acquired disability. Individuals who face a spinal cord injury and the many losses and challenges that are associated with it must go through these adjustment stages and processes. It's very important that they do this in a manner that is comfortable for them, so that they can achieve a personally meaningful and satisfying quality of life after spinal cord injury does occur. The purpose of the Yes You Can counseling group is quite simple. Spinal cord injury, unfortunately, does occur, and many individuals are left to face with so many challenges associated with it. The Yes You Can counseling group will provide a supportive and growth-enhancing environment for individuals coping with the many anxieties, emotions, and physical challenges that accompany spinal cord injury. Through the formation of an increased self-awareness, group members will learn to recognize the role of choice, responsibility, and freedom when it comes to their own individual circumstances and spinal cord injury. As the increased awareness develops, individuals in the Yes You Can counseling group can expect to be able to find better ways to cope with the changes in their lives as far as the adjustment process goes. And the individuals will also be able to recognize that they do have potential and that they do have opportunities despite their spinal cord injury. The need for a counseling group for individuals facing an adjustment to acquired spinal cord injury is evident in the statistics and prevalence rates that I have discovered. Although purely biological manifestations of spinal cord injury do occur, the dominant cause of spinal cord injury is trauma related to motor vehicle accidents, falls, and acts of violence. The prevalence of spinal cord injury is quite staggering worldwide. According to the World Health Organization, between 250 and 500,000 individuals sustain a spinal cord injury every year. More individuals more men, that is, sustain a spinal cord injury than women at a rate of 2 to 1. Additionally, most individuals who sustain a spinal cord injury are about 42 years old at the time of their injury. My approach to this group counseling experience is influenced by the existentialist Viktor Frankl. Viktor Frankl is from the humanistic school of thought. Mr. Frankl believed that the concepts of disposition, situation, and position combine to create a unique and subjective perspective for all humans. Viktor Frankl's concepts of disposition, situation, and position basically mean that we all have choice in the attitude and reactions that we take in the face of the limitations and circumstances in our life. An existential approach to a group counseling experience will facilitate a capacity for growth that will enable the group members to discover that they do have meaning and purpose in life after spinal cord injury. Existential therapy is supported by research. Evidence-based practices in psychology supports this modality because the themes that are commonly found in existential therapy are consistent with and meet the core principles of evidence-based practices in psychology. The evidence-based practices in psychology are also supported and heavily researched. Therefore, existential therapy is definitely a modality that can be very useful for individuals facing spinal cord injury. In creating the counseling group that I intend to facilitate, I gave a lot of thought to the members who were going to join the group to ensure that the group counseling experience is positive and growth promoting for everybody. I came up with a list of 8 criteria for the group members. My counseling group will be open to both men and women who are diagnosed with either a thoracic or lumbar spinal cord injury. The individuals must be discharged from an inpatient hospitalization or rehabilitation services facility. In addition, the individuals must be referred by a healthcare professional. All group members must be at least 18 years old and be motivated to discuss and explore the existential issues as they relate to their spinal cord injury. Finally, all group members must be free of severe mental illness and substance abuse or drug addiction, as well as all individuals must adhere to all group rules at all times so that the group runs smoothly and all group members can derive benefit from the counseling experience. The structure of the Yes You Can counseling group will consist of 6 once per week sessions, which are all going to be 1 hour in duration. The 6 counseling sessions are going to begin with a very basic meet and greet welcome session, whereas individuals will get to know one another and become acquainted with the group rules. The second, third, and fourth sessions are going to address the adjustment issues and concerns of individuals facing spinal cord injury by incorporating topical discussions, journaling, and a goodbye letter, which I feel is going to be very, very useful in this situation. The 5th session is going to be the final session, and the 6th session is going to be the follow-up session, whereas individuals can come back and update all the group members and the facilitator as to how they have been doing since the conclusion of the counseling group, as well as obtain resources if necessary. I would like to conclude by thanking everyone for watching my group proposal video. I truly believe that there is a strong need for a counseling group of this sort in many communities. Again, thanks for watching.